You have just invested in a beautiful, high-quality cashmere sweater. Perhaps it is a staple piece you plan to wear for the next decade, or a fine merino wool coat you hope to pass down. You turn it inside out, looking at the inner seam, and there it is, the stark, authoritative tag that reads "Dry Clean Only." It feels like a command, a strict rule you must follow to protect your investment. You dutifully fold it up and take it to the cleaner, assuming you are preserving the garment. But as a material scientist, I need to tell you the truth. That label is often a legal shield, not a scientific necessity. In fact, by repeatedly handing your natural animal fibers over to the dry cleaner, you are chemically degrading them. Today, we are going to look under the microscope to understand why washing your cashmere and wool at home, when done correctly, is scientifically superior to dry cleaning. We are going to expose the dry clean only lie, and I am going to teach you the exact science of the perfect home wash. Let us begin with the law, specifically the FTC Care Labeling Rule, known legally as Title 16, Code of Federal Regulations, Part 423. Under U.S. law, apparel manufacturers are required to provide just one safe method of cleaning on their tags. If a manufacturer tests dry cleaning and it effectively cleans the garment, they can legally print "Dry Clean Only," acting as a warning against washing. But here's the loophole the industry does not want you to think about. They do not have to prove that washing is actually harmful. They simply choose not to test it. Water wash testing is highly complex and very expensive. It requires evaluating dimensional stability, color fastness, and shrinkage across multiple washing cycles. By defaulting to dry clean only, brands drastically minimize their testing costs and completely eliminate their liability. If you wash it and ruin it, they point to the tag. It is a financial decision, masked as fabric care. So what actually happens to your investment pieces when you drop them off at the dry cleaner? To understand this, we must look at the chemistry of dry cleaning solvents. The most common traditional solvent is perchloroethylene, or PERC. Even if your cleaner advertises as green or organic, they are likely using hydrocarbon or modified alcohol solvents. All of these are powerful non-aqueous organic solvents. They are designed to be incredibly effective at dissolving lipophilic substances, meaning they dissolve fats and oils. But wool and cashmere are keratin fibers. They evolved on living animals. This means they rely entirely on natural lipids, like lanolin and internal surface waxes within the cell membrane complex for their flexibility, their moisture management, and that smooth, fluid drape you paid a premium for. When you dry clean cashmere, the solvents chemically strip these natural lipids from the fiber. Cycle after cycle, the fiber is effectively defatted. The microscopic structure becomes brittle and starved of lubrication. The interfibrillar friction inside the cortex increases, which leads to microscopic cracking and a lower tensile breaking point.
Most laundry advice on the internet is folklore. This channel is science. If you appreciate the difference, help the algorithm process this data by liking the video. And click subscribe.
The fabric loses its fluid drape. It develops a harsh, dry, almost squeaky handle. You aren't just cleaning the garment, you are dehydrating its structural skeleton. Over time, the garment will thin, pill aggressively, and tear at stress points. If dry cleaning is so chemically damaging, why do manufacturers fear water so much? The answer lies in the microscopic morphology of the fiber and a phenomenon called the ratchet effect. Imagine a single strand of pure cashmere under an electron microscope. It is not a smooth cylinder. The outer layer, known as the cuticle, is made of thousands of overlapping scale-like cells. They point strictly from the root of the hair down to the tip. Think of pine cones, or overlapping roof shingles. Because of these overlapping scales, friction is highly directional. It is smooth when the fiber moves in one direction, and catches aggressively in reverse. Scientists call this the directional friction effect, or DFE. When you put untreated wool in warm water with high mechanical agitation, like a standard washing machine, the heat and moisture plasticize the keratin. It lowers the glass transition temperature of the fiber. The scales soften, open up, and lift. As the machine churns, the fibers slide past one another. But because of those lifted scales, they cannot slide back. They act exactly like a microscopic ratchet, clicking forward, snagging, locking into place, and permanently migrating tighter and tighter. This mechanical locking is what causes felting. The fibers irreversibly tangle, causing severe dimensional shrinkage. A men's large becomes a child's small, and the fabric turns into a dense, stiff board. Manufacturers fear you will agitate the garment, trigger this ratchet effect, and shrink the sweater, so they tell you to dry clean it. But if you understand the science and control the environment, water is actually the greatest tool in existence for preserving your luxury garments. This brings us to the science of the bloom. Keratin fibers are highly hygroscopic. They naturally want to absorb moisture into the amorphous regions of their cortex. When you submerge cashmere in a cool, still bath, the water acts as a gentle, natural plasticizer. Because the water is cool, the scales remain flat. But the moisture diffuses through intercellular pathways, relaxing internal stresses deep within the fiber. The crimp and bulk of the fine hairs re-expand. This creates what the textile industry calls the bloom, a dramatic increase in loft, softness, and fullness of the fabric surface that is physically impossible to achieve in a solvent drum. A carefully washed cashmere sweater will always feel fluffier and softer than a dry cleaned one because you have rehydrated the keratin network instead of stripping its oils. However, the chemistry of your water bath is absolutely critical. You cannot use standard laundry detergent. Standard household detergents are highly alkaline. They are engineered to remove heavy body soils and grease. But high alkalinity forces the keratin fiber to aggressively swell, breaking its internal hydrogen bonds and leaving the fabric harsh and weak. Worse, almost all standard detergents contain protease enzymes, usually derived from bacillus bacteria. Protease is specifically designed to digest protein stains, like blood, sweat, or egg. But wool, cashmere, and silk are proteins. A protease enzyme cannot tell the difference between your lunch stain and your $400 sweater. It will literally eat the peptide backbone of the fiber. Laboratory scans of enzyme-washed wool show severe pitting, irreversible weight loss, and total surface degradation. So how do we wash with science? How do we achieve the bloom without triggering the ratchet effect or digesting the protein? Step 1. Temperature and chemistry. Fill a clean basin with cool to lukewarm water, never hot. Add a specialized, pH-neutral, enzyme-free wool wash. If you do not have one, a high-quality, gentle baby shampoo works brilliantly as it is designed for human hair, which is also keratin. Disperse the soak thoroughly into the water before the garment enters the bath. Step 2. The soak. Submerge the garment gently. Press it down into the water so it is fully saturated. Now, walk away. Leave it for 20 to 30 minutes. Let the hygroscopic nature of the fiber do the work. Remember, zero agitation. Do not scrub, do not twist. Do not trigger the directional friction effect. Step 3. The rinse. Drain the soapy water, refill with clean, cool water, and gently press the suds out. Again, no wringing. Step 4. The towel roll. Animal fibers are weakest when wet. If you pick up a soaking wet sweater by the shoulders, the weight of the water will permanently stretch the fibers. Instead, gather it into a ball, lifting it from the bottom. Lay it flat on a thick, dry, clean bath towel, roll the towel up with the sweater inside like a sleeping bag, and press firmly down. The cotton towel will wick the excess moisture out of the wool without any stretching or friction. Finally, unroll it, reshape the garment to its original dimensions, a process called blocking, and lay it flat on a mesh drying rack away from direct sunlight. As the hydrated, plasticized fibers slowly lose water, they will set perfectly in this relaxed, blooming state. Quality garments are investments, and true luxury care is about understanding the materials you wear at a molecular level. Stop relying on a label designed to protect corporate liability and start washing your garments with science. Thank you for joining me on Fiber Logic.